All right, it's Bill here. Here's my thoughts on a 4-3 overtime victory for the Toronto Maple Leafs. Well, first of all, the game welcomed back, although I don't know if I like the term welcome, Johnny T and Mitch Marner. And the Leafs start off the game and have no energy, no jump, and nothing like what they had against St. Louis. Now, granted, Philly seemed to be pushing back a lot more than St. Louis was, but at the end of the day, that was a pathetic first period effort. I thought, here we go. This is complete Leafland. Complete Leafland. What in the world? You just played a very defensive. No one of your forwards were breaking out of the zone against St. Louis. You were playing close to your D. You played a great defensive game. And now all of a sudden you get Johnny T, who's terrible. Again, point proven. And Mitch Marner, who didn't have a great game in my opinion, but he made a really great pass to get the Leafs on the board. Like, why? Why? Why can't you just keep having that effort? I don't get it. I don't understand it. It makes no sense to me. That's trying to be a Leaf fan, I guess, in a nutshell. Anyways, I was cursing and screaming at the time, and then they get a power play. And can someone have a conversation with Mark Giordano? I've been asking for that conversation. I wonder, because they did the first period intermission, they interviewed Mark Giordano. If I were Mark Giordano, I'm not doing an interview at the first period intermission because of how embarrassing that first goal was. He couldn't make a pass. He was terrible. Every time he's on the ice, he cost the Leafs something. Does he not realize, does he not have the self-awareness that understand that he is garbage? Like, the first goal is a power play goal. Now, what happened to Jake McCabe on the power play? That was on the power play. You don't put Giordano. If you saw the first goal is a complete, well, what did the Leafs do? Oh, what did they do, Bill? What did they do every single time? Gave away the puck at the opposition's blue line. The Leafs had the puck 10 seconds before that puck went in the net with possession. And you have Nylander at the blue line making silly plays. But what is Mark Giordano doing right beside him? It's tough to pass to a guy who's two foot from you. There's not going to be much of a pass there. And then you get Owen Tippett. I mean, he took 2 strides and Mark Giordano was in the dust. But that's not what bothers. Okay, that's horrible. That's a horrible play. I have no idea where Giordano's positioning is. The guy's only been in the league for 27 years. You think you might know your position a little bit better than that. You got Nylander dipsy-doodling at the blue line. He hasn't done that ever. And then it goes into the zone. So, okay, you total F up. The guy hits the post. All right. It's not over yet. You're still good. Or sorry, it was Konechny or Lawton who had the breakaway. My apologies. I just saw Tippett have a couple breakaways, so I figured it was him. He hits the post, and the players break away from the player. What? He hits the post. Oh, you just go, good luck. Mark Giordano does this. He goes not towards where the puck went. He went opposite of where the puck went. And then he skated back around and then decided, oh, we've got 3 guys on the player of the puck. We should make 4. I'm going to go over there. If you've got 4 players on one side of the ice and they've only got 1, I know they're shorthanded, but that would mean they have another guy open, right? And defenseman Travis Sanheim walks in, makes a great move on Samsonov, and scores. That goal was lack of effort, but more importantly, was Mark Giordano being god-awful. How does he give an interview, and he's talking like, yeah, we'll get it back. The interviewer should say, Mark, how bad are you on that goal? What are your thoughts on the first goal, Mark? You don't need a coach to tell you. If you've played and you've made a horrible mistake, you know you did it. This son of a bitch doesn't even know he did it. So it's 1-0. And I watched the second period. And there is nothing generated. I think the Leafs had 9 shots on net. It was 18-9. The Philadelphia Flyers were outworking them on every single occasion. And this game was basically 3 games. The first game, for the first 30 minutes of this game, Philly outworked the bejesus out of the Leafs, which is surprising because the Leafs outworked the St. Louis Blues. Bill, did you mention that Johnny T and Mitchie came back in the lineup and all of a sudden we outworked the team and now they're outworking us? Yeah, surprising, isn't it? Ooh, shocking. And then all of a sudden, I will give Mitch Marner credit. He made a hell of a pass to Austin Matthews, and Austin Matthews took over this game. I get a lot of comments about my thoughts on Matthews. Look, I love Doug Gilmour. I love Wendell Clark. Those are you. I love them. I love Bob Rouse, Dave Ellett, Todd Gill. I didn't really love him, but I loved him when Pat Burns was his coach. Sylvain Lefebvre, loved him. The other one's McCowan, hated him at the end, but he was good in 92, 93. Like that team, and was a Mironov. I love that team. But there's no one with the talent that Matthews has. There's no one. There hasn't been a Leaf ever with that talent. It just doesn't come. You just don't score 3 goals in 7 minutes, just like something to do. Now, you can get into the debate with me all you want about who's the best player in the NHL, and I will give you the McDavid, I will give you the McKinnon, no problem. So I watch them play, they're damn good. But don't tell me Matthews is not top 5 in this league. He's got 45 goals in 52 of his games? He's played 51? 45 goals in 51 games in the NHL we play right now? And you're telling me that he's overrated. Okay. You go ahead and tell me that. I guess Wayne Gretzky might have been a little bit overrated from that opinion. I don't know. Again, I'm not saying he's the best player. Never said it. I said he's one of the best players. And I'm sorry, without Matthews tonight, this game was not going to go well. The minute he scored, the Leafs picked it up. And the next thing you know, power play, score again. And then Liljegren with a nice play at the blue line to Matthews, who changes the angle, score again. And this game went from, oh my God, it's 1-0, and they can't get their ass out of their head out of their butt. And now it's 3-1. And the Leafs are playing well. And then you start off the third period, and the Leafs are playing well. And then at the 7-minute mark of this period, all of a sudden, or 8-minute mark, a penalty to Noah Gregor, moronic move. And the next thing you know, the Philadelphia Flyers dominate the last 8 minutes of this period. They do well in the power play. Right after the power play, goal scored by, was it Hathaway, who was like outworking every single Leaf on that play, bar none. And then you get the goal from Konechny, who was a pain in the ass all game, but that's the kind of guy the Leafs would love to have as a Konechny. That is the... So anyone, just out of curiosity, Travis Konechny or John Tavares? Thoughts? I'll give you some more thoughts. Scott Lawton or John Tavares? Thoughts? Like, it's not even close. Konechny is way more dominant. He was a pain in the ass. You could see him talking to Matthews all game, getting under his skin. It didn't seem to affect him. That's the type of player the Leafs. With $11 million, you could get probably 2 Konechnys. No, we got John Tavares, who did nothing tonight. And I'm not shocked that the Leafs didn't work hard. Anyways, Konechny scores, and then you get into overtime. Really, at the end of the day, the Leafs never gave up the puck, so you can call that the fourth part of the game. The Leafs got the puck in overtime. They skated around. Philly got caught in a bad line change. Liljegren, nice pass to Nylander, and it's 4-3. Do I think the Leafs were the better team? No. Do I think Philly was the better team? For the majority of the game, they were. For 38 minutes, they were. For 22 minutes, the Leafs were good. But Philly don't have Austin Matthews. Philly's got Owen Tippett, who had a lot of chances but couldn't bury it. The Leafs are lucky they got Austin Matthews, who buries chances. Hat-trick, 5th hat-trick of the year. 5th. I saw Jonathan Cheechoo, ex-Belleville Bull, San Jose Shark, is the only one. And he's got 30 games left. And he's already tied the hat-trick mark for the NHL season after the strike. But he's not one of the best players, right? Okay. So, again, a couple points proven in this game. Tavares is garbage. Bringing him in the lineup, the Leafs changed. I don't think Keith is going to walk away with this game saying, well done, boys, like he did against St. Louis. He's going to go, holy crap, we're lucky. We got outworked. Why can you outwork one team and not outwork the next team you play? Oh, simple. Last time I checked, Tavares was in one game and he wasn't in the other game. Just throwing it out there. Now, the Leafs play Anaheim. So, hey, my Ottawa Senators fans out there. The great Ottawa Senators. How did they do tonight against the Anaheim Ducks, who just lost the game 7-2 to Montreal? Did they lose 5-1 to Anaheim? Oh, what a shame. Let's see how Ridley Gregg did in this game. Like big old, toughy Ridley, -2. Not your best work tonight, son. Not your best work tonight. Yeah, slap shot into an open net certainly didn't work tonight, but well, you did outshoot them, so good on you. That's really good. You shot them, but you lost 5-1 to Anaheim. Now, it looks like Anaheim changed their goalie. So one of them must have got injured. At the end of the day, the Leafs play Anaheim on Saturday. Should the Leafs win? Should the Leafs dominate? Yes and yes. What do you think is going to happen? Probably the same thing I think is going to happen. Talk to you Saturday.